Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Darian and today I'm going to be talking about a new fragrance that I have been getting into, and it is from Brown Girl Jane. So I first came across Brown Girl Jane when I bought their fragrance Casablanca, and I love that fragrance. I feel like that fragrance is such a classy girl fragrance, and I feel like it's a fragrance that you can wear to multiple places. I also feel like that fragrance could be a signature fragrance for certain people. They may gravitate to that as like their signature fragrance. So I was like, oh, I got to try the new fragrance, which is Carousel, that they recently launched. And the reason I had to was because I saw those notes and I am a gourmand lover. So I said we have to give this a try. So just from smelling this fragrance, this is screaming fall time to me. I saw that in some of the marketing, it kind of looked like they're going for like that fair theme. And I feel like the notes go perfectly with the fall season that is about to come up. I have already made it in my mind that I'm gonna pop out with this fragrance in the fall season, and I just feel like this fragrance is one of those fragrances that would do really well on those fall nights. So let's go ahead and jump into the notes, and then I'll give you the rest of my take on this fragrance Carousel. So this is the box that the fragrance came in. I feel like this box is so nice. Love the colors, love the packaging. I am a packaging girl, and I absolutely love that they actually put the notes on the box. So as soon as I got my box, I kind of went into the notes. I saw some of the notes based off a description on the website of what would be in it, but I didn't get a chance to see every single note that they had in the fragrance. So the top notes of Carousel are caramelized apple, sparkling black currant. I've never heard of sparkling black currant as a note before, but it just sounds fancy. It just sounds expensive. It just sounds like I'm at an exclusive fall time event. We're dressed up and I'm having some sparkling black currant. And then the last top notes fragrance is spun sugar. The middle notes are lily of the valley, coral rose, orange blossom, and the last notes are the bottom notes are sandalwood cream, cloud musk, and cherry leather. So honestly, when I first got this out the mail and I saw all of those notes, although a lot of these notes, if not all, kind of give me fall time, I was just a little like perplexed as how this was all gonna work out, because I felt like it's just so many differences in the notes. Like spun sugar, which to me is giving cotton candy, and cherry leather, are lily of the valley, and coral rose, and caramelized apple. Like to me, all these notes seem like kind of all over the place, although they can still give fall time. And so I didn't really know what to expect from this fragrance, but I still felt that it was definitely giving gourmand, so I wanted to give it a try. So immediately in me spraying this fragrance, I just felt like I was getting a big sugar rush. Like as I sprayed it, I just felt like this sweetness all over was what I smelled. That spun sugar and caramelized apple was what really stood out to me at first. And then I started to notice as the fragrance dried down, it just started to do a little bit of some other things. And then I started to see that that musk started to come in. That musk started to get strong on me. I'm not a huge musk person. I really love to stay in that kind of sweet aspect, but I feel like that musk in this fragrance definitely does kick it up a notch. That musk actually, I feel like, makes it feel like it is just very like sophisticated, like adult. Like, you know how sometimes when something is so sweet, you just don't picture an adult walking around smelling like a big ball of cotton candy? This fragrance, I feel like, does it so well to where an adult would love to wear this sweet fragrance because of the sophistication and what it does. Like that musk that I smell and that leather, which I will say, I think it's the musk that's really standing out to me. But I feel like with the leather in it and stuff, it's making me feel like a person is out at like a jazz club or like a speakeasy at night on a fall night. That's the best way I can describe it. Like once that musk kicks in, it just makes it like a more adult like fragrance. I want it, maybe I'm trying to say it makes it a little more sexy. It makes it a little more mysterious. I feel like adult like can mean a lot of things, because I feel like a lot of florals can start to get like adult like, or maybe something more mature like. But this is not something that I feel like is one of those stuffy fragrances where you feel like, oh, I can only wear this to work. This actually feels like a fun fragrance, but it just gives sophistication, it gives sexy, it gives mystery. That sweetness does something, and that musk also does something, and I feel like it's very balanced. Like I feel like they're both strong, the sweetness and the musk, but it's very balanced. All in all, what I feel like I'm smelling is caramel and musk. The other notes I know are in there doing their thing, but once it dried down on me, I feel like those are the main things that I can smell. Literally caramelized musk. I don't even know if that's a thing, but that's just what I get from this fragrance. This fragrance did shock me a little bit, because I actually did think it was gonna be a little less on the musk side, but I'm not mad at it. I feel like that musk just makes it such a nice, just intriguing fragrance. And because it has that musk in it, I feel like it's not too feminine. I feel like it's a nice balance of what I would consider masculine and feminine in a fragrance, but it still has a strong sweetness to it. So I'm actually curious to see what this fragrance smells like on a man, because I feel like this might be a nice fragrance for both to wear. Like if a couple is going out, I feel like they might both enjoy spraying this fragrance. For me, I felt like that balance on my skin was perfect of that musk and sweetness, but on a man or somebody else, it may do differently. So yes, I definitely feel like this fragrance was worth the purchase. It's definitely intriguing. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna wear it with in the fall time. I have worn it the past couple of days, and I have actually layered it, and it's been fine with being layered. I kind of stuck to like the vanilla kind of range with layering it, but I also have some other stuff that has like chocolate and coffee and some other caramel stuff that I would love to see how they go with this fragrance. Even though this fragrance has so much dynamic to it with all the different notes, again, these notes actually made me a little like, what's going on in this bottle? Because cotton candy, caramel apple, flowers, musk, leather. It was just kind of, I felt like a lot going on in what the notes was saying, but it turned out very well. It turned out very surprising in a good way, and I'm just excited to see how it will continue to wear now that fall is approaching. So I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this video helped to give you an idea of how I feel that Carousel smells and Carousel has done with me. And yeah, if you're interested in it, definitely see if this is a fragrance that you would want to buy. Be sure to check out any other videos that interest you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.